Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is VassaOlga. In today's video, we're going to be recreating this really pretty Partick Ta makeup look. The only difference between Painted by Spencer makeup routine and Partick Ta is that I could not find like a decent tutorial, modern tutorial from Partick Ta, from skin prep to finish and sun spray. That's why I had to combine so many different other videos together and recreate something like this. But it's really, really pretty, and I love the final result. I love the afterglow and the cherry on top that I used only drugstore products, so you don't really need to purchase so many different luxury products because you can grab some of your favorite drugstore makeup, or maybe not drugstore, just your favorite makeup, and do something similar. So in case you're interested, please stay tuned and let's get started. I feel like this video is going to be all over the place because I was searching for a great tip video, full tutorial, let's say, but I found something super old 2 years ago, the latest, I guess, video from Partick Ta himself. And then I found some very fresh videos from this year. He went on with his new brand and his new launch, let's say Partick Ta launch, in Sephora this year, and he showed a 26-minute makeup routine. And then he actually showed a little bit of tricks and tips in one of the latest shows from some people, some random company. At first, he's using some primer, and he's using a Makeup Forever primer. I have a MAC primer, so I don't really think it's going to be bad if I use a MAC primer instead of a Makeup Forever. And before that, he's spritzing the face with peppermint, I don't know, spray. I don't have it. I'm going to do my toner. On top, he's using lightweight moisturizer. I'm going to use my Korean moisturizer, and this is a SPF sun cream. Okay, great. Now we're moving to my MAC Prep and Prime. In one of the oldest videos, he's doing the eyes first, eye makeup look first, and only then he's moving to a foundation. I don't really want to do it in today's video because I'm not a huge fan of doing eyes before my foundation. I'm going to do something that he's been doing in the latest videos. So I'm going to start with my foundation. He has a dewy foundation. I have CATRICE HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. The color is a little bit darker than my natural skin, so I'm going to add a little bit of color corrector. Then he's applying foundation with a brush. He's using fluffy brush. First, he's getting this like that, and then blending into the skin. It's actually a similar routine to something that I used to do. In one of his old videos, he's actually using contour first and then going to concealer. In one of the latest videos, he was doing concealer first and then he was doing his contour. I feel like we're gonna go with contour first and then use concealer on top. I'm using my Freedom Makeup Revolution contour stick. It's a really nice color. It's not really dark, and he's doing pretty much similar routine with, let's say, soft contour. It's cool and warm at the same time, more like neutral color. It's warm. I'm gonna spread this at the back of the hand a little bit and then just stamp on top of my foundation. He's actually doing this with a little bit different brush. And he's doing some jaw lines. I'm not a huge fan of this, but okay, let's do this for the sake of the video. I'll do my nose contour. He did not do this in the latest videos, but something that was shown 2 years ago had some nose contour. Let's do a little bit of this contour. Place it on top, really close to my nose bridge. I'll blend out my contour with the same brush. Okay, let's do Sephora Best Skin Ever, and I'll get, as he explained in one of the videos, a little bit of the product underneath my eyes. And then with a big and fluffy brush, actually transferring concealer. I have wet beauty blender, and I'm going to place it on top of my creams, my foundation, my concealer, everywhere. We've just applied cream contours, cream products. In one of the videos, I saw he grabbed loose powder and used this to brush the rest of the face. But then I saw he used some contour, like powder contour, for some cheekbones. Let's do this technique first with a little bit of contour and an angled brush. It's a little bit cool tone brown. I have a lot of warm shade, and he said he loves mixing and matching cool and warm colors together. I'm gonna tap it off, place a few times with the hand, and then just bring this on top. Okay, let's do a little bit more. I'm gonna tap it off, back of the hand, and just lightly stamp on top. I'll do the same for my jawline. And I did not see him using any sort of powder for the nose, any more contour for the nose. We're gonna leave it like this for now. But with loose powder, I have a translucent powder. Use big and fluffy brush, and then use a tiniest bit of the product and just brush it that much if you're super oily. And the same loose powder, I'm gonna tap it off, dab it with the same powder. And I wanna do some leftovers with the same powder. And then with the beauty blender, he's using a small, tiny beauty blender. Unfortunately, I don't really have a tiny beauty blender, I have a big one. And he grabs some powder on top of his beauty blender. So we're doing the under eye baking. I'll do my eyes, and he loves using liquid products, eye products. I'll do my NYX eye primer. This is a good primer. I really love it. I'm gonna blend this out with a brush. In one of the videos, I saw him using some foundation on top of primer. We're not doing this today because in one of the latest videos, I did not see him doing this routine. He used some primer and then he went for creams. I don't have his eyeshadow palette, but I do have some SFX Makeup Revolution palette. It's not one of my favorite palettes to use, but this is something that I will do. Oh, okay, let's grab this shade. No, this one at first. In the back of the hand, I want to make sure that I don't really have a lot of the product. And with some leftovers, I'll start placing this on top of my lid. He tells that he loves bringing the shade in the inner corner, like that. I feel like it's a little bit extra. I hate creams. Then I'll grab a little bit different brush and go to the darkest shade. Not the darkest, but really dark brown from the same palette. Use this in the back of the hand to take up some extra product. And then start with like a V shape. I want to darken out. You can use absolutely any color. And on top, I'll do my Beige Studio Pro palette. I'll use similar shades. With this clean brush, I'll use a little bit softer shade. I'll repeat the same thing for my lower lid with the same product. And set with the same color from the same palette. And I want to do this sort of like flat eyeshadow, more or less. He's doing a little bit of shimmers in the center. A little bit of gold. Let's do a little bit of gold. He prefers waterproof mascara, and he does not do any liner. But let's do, I guess I know a lot of makeup artists, they're doing a little bit of black over waterline. I love black pencil over my lash line. And I'll smudge this out with a brush. I'm gonna do my waterproof mascara. It's coming all together in place except for my brows. It's giving Uncle Adams. I'll do a little bit more sculpture on top of the forehead, though I'm pretty much satisfied with the result, but let's do this. Just brush this on top. And I'll grab my really old BH eyeshadow palette. So let's do this with an angle brush. Grab a little bit on top, tap it off. Use this in the back of the hand to get some excess product. And wipe off my powder. In the apples of the cheeks, I'll use the same blush with big and fluffy brush. Tap it off, so a little bit in the back of the hand. Place it on top of my cheeks. Now I want to do my white beauty blender, grab my cream blush, and then use my creams. Baby pink color, the beauty blender, and just bring this on top. Oh no, he did not use, oh my god, he did not actually use a beauty blender. He used some brush. Okay, but I don't really think it's a mistake because I see a lot of other influencers, beauty bloggers, they're using beauty blender instead of brush to transfer their contours and blush. So they used some highlighter on top. He's actually using, with the beauty blender, some like highlighter balm on top. If you need some powders, and we did actually need some powders, to lock everything in place. Then grab some liquid highlighter. The one I'm using is from the same Makeup Revolution palette. And then I'll just, you know, place it on top. My forehead. Make it look a little bit more glowy. I'll do my nose bridge. Basically, he's placing this all over the face. I'm gonna do off camera my brows and I'll be back. Okay, it's so good to be back with my brows done. And I'm gonna be doing my lip routine, my regular lip routine. And it turned out Partick Ta was doing this all along. I don't know, I didn't see anyone doing this routine except for Partick Ta, but it's so comfortable, guys. I'll grab my lip cream. This is from Eveline. Now I'll contour my lips in the lip brush. Finally, I'll add a little bit of this Makeup Revolution Salivation Intense Lacquer lip gloss on top a little bit. He's always adding some lip gloss on top. And the fixing spray I'm using is from Essence. He's not doing this fixing spray everywhere. He's doing this from the right side of the face and from the left side of the face. I'll do the same way. Well guys, and this is the final result. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It was really hard because a lot of the tips and tricks were all over the place. I mean, some of the tips I picked from one video, some of the tips from Sephora Live, some of the tips were from commercials, let's say. That's why I try my best to record as close to his real tutorial as possible and as modern as it can be, because lots of his tutorials, they were filmed 2 years ago, and he's doing a little bit different routine right now, and he has his makeup line right now. That's why he's promoting this and doing a little bit different routine. I guess that's pretty much it. I love you all so much, and I hope I'm gonna see you in my next video, guys. Bye bye.